One of the ways of solving a system of equations is by using determinants. If we have a system of equations that has the same number of equations as it does variables. Now, before I can show you the solution to a system of equations using determinants, we need to discuss what a determinant is and how we find it. Now, there's an earlier segment that shows you how to find the determinant of a 2 by 2 matrix. What I want to do here is to define the determinant of a 3 by 3, meaning it has 3 rows and 3 columns. We must have a square matrix in order for us to find a determinant for that matrix. And a determinant is a numerical value, a specific numerical value that's associated with that square matrix. Now, to find the determinant, we want to expand it by minors. And to expand it by minors, we need to actually go along any row or any column and go through a process where we have the correct sign between the terms, the element from the matrix or the determinant, and then the determinant we find by covering up that element's row or column. The sign that you need between the terms you find by making a plus-minus chart that has the same number of rows and columns as the determinant you're trying to evaluate, and starting with a plus in the upper left-hand corner and alternating signs off of that. So we'll have a plus, then a minus, then a plus, then a minus, then a plus and a minus, and a plus and a minus and a plus. Notice we start with a plus in the upper left-hand corner and we alternate signs off of that. So here's how we expand by minors to find this determinant. We are going to choose to expand along the first row. And again, along any row or any column for this specific determinant question will give me the same answer. So we pull the sign from the sign chart. First element in that row I chose to expand along is a plus. Then the element from the row, 3. And then multiply that to the determinant by the determinant that we see when we cover up 3's row and 3's column. And we see 2, 0, 4, 3. Then we go to the next plot over. The sign is minus. The element is -4. And the determinant we see when we cover up -4's column and -4's row is 1, 0, 6, 3. And then last, plus for my sign. My element is 5 times the determinant I see when I cover up 5's row and column. 1, 2, 6, 4. Now what we want to do is to use our order of operations in order to evaluate this expression. Now we need to do the operations of the determinants to find out what their numbers are before we can multiply by the elements. And now we're down to a determinant that has fewer rows and fewer columns than the original one has. Now it has 2 rows and 2 columns. So we'll bring down our equal, we'll bring down the 3. The determinant of a 2 by 2 is you multiply the numbers from the upper left-hand corner down to the lower right-hand corner. So that's 2 times 3 or 6, minus multiplying the numbers from the lower left to the upper right. 4 times 0 is 0. And then we have minus and -4, so plus 4. And we're going to evaluate the determinant of the next 2 by 2. So remember, upper left to lower right, multiply those together. 1 times 3 is 3. Minus for the formula of the determinant, multiply up the off diagonal. 6 times 0 is 0. And then plus 5 times 1 times 4 is 4, minus 6 times 2 is 12. Okay? Now we are going to do the operations within the parentheses. So I have 3 times 6 minus 0 is 6, plus 4 times 3 minus 0 is 3, plus 5 times 4 minus 12 is -8. Do your multiplications. I have 18 plus 12 minus 40. And then your additions and subtractions as they occur from left to right. So 18 plus 12 is 30, and 30 minus 40 is -10. So the determinant that they've asked us to evaluate comes out to be the numerical value, -10.